This is the Foxsur Smart Battery Analyzer. It comes in a rather attractive Kermit green colour. I bought it because I suspected a problem with my own battery, and indeed my battery does have a problem. So while I'm doing this, I'm trying to repair my battery using the pulse repair function of the Foxsur battery charger. And to do this demonstration, I'm going to use my wife's car. And it's quite easy to use. There's no internal battery. You just connect it to the car battery, and initially it tells you the voltage, 12.73. Then press enter. It wants to know what type of battery it is, and there are different types, and this one is just a regular liquid battery. Press enter again. This rating standard, it varies between countries, but the most common one is SAE, and I believe this battery is SAE, so I'm just going to leave it on SAE. Press enter again. It now wants to know the rating capacity, and the instructions give you a guide, but to get an accurate figure I went to the website of the battery manufacturer, and it told me for this battery, which is rated at 40 amp hours, this CCA rating is 310, so I've just put that in. You can adjust this by 5 unit steps, 310, and press enter again. It goes into testing, and it's good. Pass. This is not what I saw on my battery. I got a bad fail on my battery. And whereas the SAE is rated at 310, it's actually saying it's 314. So this looks better than it should be, and the battery is now quite old. And if we use these arrows, it will give us some more information. So it tells us the state of health of the battery is 100%, which is great. The state of charge is 100%, and the internal resistance 11.04 milliohms. And then back to good pass. I suspect this is good because my wife uses the car all the time. She uses it multiple times every day, and that's generally quite good for cars. My car, I don't enjoy driving in Thailand, so I just leave the car and use it as little as possible, which is really not good. Not only will this little device analyse the battery, it will also check the charging system of the car, both under load and not under load. So if we go back to the very first screen where it says battery test and hit the arrow, it will go into system test. And then press enter, and this is the turn off loads, start engine. So it wants me to turn off all the loads, turn off the headlamps and anything else that uses electricity, and then start the engine, which I'll do now. So I've started the engine, and it tells me the cranking volts, 9.22 volts, is normal. So that's good. Enter again. Press enter for charging test. Make sure all loads are off, which they are. Current idle volts, 14.57, that's normal. I'm looking for normal for all these tests. Now it wants me to turn on the loads and press enter. So I'm going to go back into the car and turn on the headlights on full beam and the fan on full and whatever else I can find to turn on. I'll just go and do that. So I've turned on several things now, and I will press enter again, and the alternator on the load volts 14.47, and again it's normal. So test over, turn off everything and turn off the engine. So on my wife's car, the battery and the charging system all look fine, which is what I wanted. So I'm quite pleased about that. What I like about this unit is that it makes you aware of problems that are not obvious. When the battery in my car discharged completely recently, I recharged it and everything looked fine again. The car started and I've used it a few times since then, no problems at all. So I thought it was all okay. But when I tested it, it wasn't okay. And if there's a problem with the car, I want to know about it so that I can get it fixed and not get stranded somewhere. So I've been quite impressed with this little unit. It cost me around 25 to 30 US dollars. I bought it online in Thailand, but it should be widely available elsewhere for about the same price. And just for the peace of mind it gives you, I think it's a good little device to have. So I'm happy to recommend it.